Alrighty, how is everybody? So today, well, it's movie time. As you can probably tell, I got my little Grogu shirt on. Yeah, going to go see a little Star Wars. I'm going to see the Mandalorian and Grogu with the old man. So this will be fun. So we're going to the local cinema to see it. And because, well, shall I say, it's not only is it cheaper, but it's literally, shall I say, the only theater that we have left in town, because the AMC one finally closed. So, yeah, let's just say sometimes local theater's better. Yeah, so last time we saw a movie here was last year. It was, I believe it was Superman, the James Gunn film, which that one was pretty good for what it was. You know, not too shabby. The best thing I loved about that movie is that you didn't have to worry about, seeing the origin story yet again for about the 500th time. And it was all just written for you in plain old text, which was great for about the first minute and a half of the film, and there you go. Onward to a new story. But yeah, the Mandalorian and Grogu, reviews are looking pretty good, and whatnot. Finally a new Star Wars film after, what's it been? Almost 6-7 years since Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. That movie was kind of meh. It's kind of disappointing because you can tell there's a bit of a rush job in a lot of places. But anyways, this one looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. More of like a high-browsing adventure type of movie and stuff. Now, I saw the sneak peek that was on Disney Plus, and it looks pretty good. And of course, we're going to have, characters that have been established throughout, some of the newer Star Wars lore, especially from Rebels. I know the character Zeb is supposed to show up at some point, but I'm really curious as to what Sigourney Weaver's character is going to be. It'll be interesting to see what type of role she plays. Apparently, she's some sort of, I want to say maybe some sort of pilot, maybe an X-Wing pilot. Who knows? That'd be cool to see. I think the movie runs for about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so, about your average Star Wars film. But I have no idea if they're going to have a preview of Starfighter, which is the supposed next film that's supposed to come out next year, starring Ryan Gosling. I doubt it. They're probably going to save that maybe for the upcoming Comic-Con that's going to be happening this year, or maybe D23 or what have you, or maybe even Star Wars Celebration. But we will see what all they have planned in the next phase of Star Wars films. But it's just pretty sad that we had nothing but TV shows. I mean, some of them, within 6 years, I think we've had about 10 to 11 different shows. Literally, we've had Rebels, the Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Ahsoka, the Crapolite. Yeah, you can tell I'm not a big fan of that one. That one was not that good anyway. Let's hear what else have we had. Obviously, The Mandalorian. We had the Book of Boba Fett. I don't know. It was just interesting to see what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and the newer powers that be decide to pull off for the upcoming future for Star Wars. Obviously, we know that a whole bunch of characters we would love to see. Obviously, we can't really do that again because, let's just say, we all know they're no longer around, which sucks. But, had they listened in the first place, maybe we would have had something better and not had, things that were all screwed up and stuff like that, happen. Because I know, was it with Colin Trevorrow's, with his film that he was going to do, I think it was titled Duel of the Fates. That sounded pretty cool. I'm like, all right, now that sounds a really awesome action-packed entry. But I don't know. From what I've heard, rumors about Luke maybe possibly coming in animated form, that would be interesting. Sure, Mark's getting up there in age and stuff, but still, it doesn't. Come on, you can literally do voiceover work, obviously, because you can just do voiceover artists and stuff like that. But if they had Han Solo in there, obviously get Troy Baker in there to voice him and stuff like that. or it depends really on what they want to do with the story and whatnot. But you know, we will see what happens with the next set of films here. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what the future of Star Wars holds. And so, like I said, I am actually going to my local theater here to see it, which I'm looking forward to seeing it, because what can I say, ticket prices there are roughly about, I think, like $6, so you know, you can't beat that, which is pretty cheap. Much better than paying 10 or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, Mandalorian and Grogu. So it sounds like a lot of fun and whatnot. So we'll do a review of this movie after we see it. There might be some potential spoilers for those who haven't seen it. Probably just fresh, you know, reviews of like, oh, this scene was cool, or I looked, or that scene was awesome, or what have you. But thankfully, we don't need to watch the show, you know, in order to, you know, watch the movie. Alrighty, so with that, you guys, you know, hope you enjoyed the travel log for this, and we will see what you know, the Mandalorian and Grogu has in store. So stay tuned. See ya. Okay, so we are here checking it out at the local theater here. We're going to Yes Cinema, which is really cool. I've been there before, and oh, look at that Disclosure Day poster for Spielberg's new movie, and also the 30th collaboration between him and John Williams. So that possibly could be his last score. We will see before he finally retires. So let's go check out Mandalorian and Grogu. Okay, so yeah, so you guys are probably wondering what I thought about the Mandalorian and Grogu. Well, I would say that well, it was a lot of fun. You know, definitely one of the movies I'll probably, you know, revisit a lot more than some of the others. I mean, seriously, the running time was right around about the length of about Return of the Jedi, you know, about 2 hours and 12 minutes long, which is that's good enough length movie. You know, but I mean, I will say there will be some potential spoilers, or at least from what I can remember from it, seeing it, because when I was sitting in the theater, I kind of somewhat, unfortunately, I almost started dozing off at a certain point, because it was just been a long day. Sometimes if I get too relaxed, I just get tired. I don't know why. But anyways, so I'm saying, now the opening credit sequence, that was a lot different. You know, you had that opening shot of the X-Wings with the sunset kind of behind them, or the sunrise, really. That was a cool shot. Definitely an homage to, I would say, Force Awakens, but from what I was reading, obviously, that opening sequence, kind of a little bit of a resemblance of Top Gun, just a little bit, but it's nowhere near Top Gun. It's a big difference. But it was kind of interesting seeing the opening credits this time. You know, because usually whenever we see a movie, usually it's you know, at the end. Obviously, we did see it, but it's not I mean, this one's a little bit different. And shall I say, probably the absolutely coolest thing about this entire film is that there was not a single shot of a lightsaber. Yeah, finally, a Star Wars film that actually doesn't need a lightsaber or a dark saber in it to be a good movie. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. And on top of that, you know, it was actually a little bit emotional, you know, a little bit there during a certain sequence. But, you know, Sigourney Weaver's character, she was awesome. You know, being a rebel pilot and whatnot, which, you know, that was pretty cool. You know, of course, we got to see some of the characters from the Mandalorian series show up. We even got to see Trapper Wolf make a small cameo appearance. That's Dave Filoni's character. Zeb, obviously from Rebels. I mean, Grogu just, obviously, he stole the show. He's awesome. But yeah, it's kind of cool seeing, you know, the return of the Hutts. And also, you know, we have, you know, the newer Hutt, Rhoda the Hutt, which is basically, I mean, literally, it's been years since we've seen him, and he's the little baby Hutt from Clone Wars, all grown up now. All big and muscular, like in a gladiator type of arena, which is pretty cool, and speaks fluent English. That's awesome. and whatnot. And but yeah, I think there's only like one little sequence that I missed, but I can't remember what it was. Probably just one of those nitpicky little things where I didn't really notice much of anything. But also, it was pretty cool to actually see the U-Wing back, which is pretty awesome, because I love that ship from Rogue One. So, we got X-Wings, Y-Wings in there, a small little battle. But it's kind of cool. I want to say one of the ship designs that I thought was really cool were the ships that was on the planet where the Hutts were on. I don't know why, but to me, they gave me very what movie is it? It's a Clint Eastwood film. It gave me a very Firefox vibes regarding to how tall the tails were, as well as the wing design. I wonder if that was an influence. But if you notice how close they are, literally find those ships and then do a comparison to the jet that Clint Eastwood steals in Firefox, and you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about. So your Grogu actually, hanging out with all the little Babu Frick characters. That was kind of funny. Let's see what else. The Dragon Snake. That big weird looking creature thing. That was pretty cool. See here, what else? Obviously, we had a lot that pretty cool opening sequence with the AT-ATs. But I'd say there's only one real gripe I hate about certain movies nowadays is that why is it whenever we have characters sitting in a room, we have to have the backdrop brighter because you can barrely see anybody's, face and stuff like that in certain shots. But I get it, it's the Empire, they're supposed to be in hiding and all this and that. But come on, we're in 2026. We don't need to have, darkened body with bright background. That's not really how that should work. It should be the opposite way, I think. But anyways, overall, I definitely give it an 8 out of 10 and whatnot. But what can I say? It was a lot of fun. It reminded me, had a lot of and then also had what else was there? The arena fight. That was pretty cool. Had that huge homage to A New Hope, if you know what I'm talking about, with the chessboard on the Falcon. That was cool to actually see that in real life, finally. What else was there? There's just lots of homages, obviously, to the trilogy, even to the prequel trilogy, because you even had some of the old Episode 1 skiffs. There, I noticed there was several of the battle droid design, kind of redesigns and whatnot. The one bounty hunter, I couldn't tell. At first, I thought maybe he was like Cad Bane for a minute, but obviously he's not no longer around as far as we know. But then again, you never know. That could have been a cybernetic version of Cad Bane for all we know. I'm sure I'm probably having the character wrong, but that's kind of what it gave me. Very Cad Bane type of vibes and whatnot. So who knows? Maybe he survived his shootout from the Book of Boba Fett. You never know. You never know what the Empire's going to do behind the scenes. Right, so I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the Blu-ray to come out, or I'll probably get it on 4K because eventually I'm gonna try to get all the films on 4K eventually at some point. It's kind of nice to have them, seeing how much things have changed and whatnot over the years. But let's see, they had a trailer for what did they have trailers for? They had a trailer for Spider-Man: Brand New Day. That looks good. Minions and Monsters, that looks hilarious. The Minions trying to make their own movie, sign me up right now, because I love that type of stuff. And then, I can't remember what the other trailer was. I think it was for, another live-action movie that's coming out or something like that. I don't know, it looked kind of somewhat interesting. But, overall, 3 short trailers, which is pretty good. And then, I stayed for the end credits, because some people had said possibly that there was a possible end credit sequence. There wasn't, and so, but like I said, it was pretty cool. And then Martin Scorsese's cameo, that was hilarious. If you know what I'm talking about, so the little, I'll just give it to you. So when Mando goes to that little cook guy, the one with the forearms, and if you notice how bushy the eyebrows are, and you know how fast he talks, that's obviously Martin Scorsese. I mean, that's literally him. Now, mind you, that is not his first acting gig. You know, he's acted in a couple of his movies. He's actually one of the passengers in a Taxi Driver, if you can remember that. But that was kind of a surprise seeing Martin Scorsese in there. And then, I mean, overall, I thought everybody did a great job in that movie. I thought it was really well done. Pretty well directed by Jon Favreau. Would have been curious as to how Dave would have directed it, but obviously he's got other stuff he's doing at the moment. I believe he's working on Ahsoka Season 2. Now, they did not have anything regarding Starfighter. Now, that one I cannot wait for when that comes out. But, of course, the one I'm really waiting for them to do is Rogue Squadron. Because that was announced, probably about 6 years ago already. And we still haven't gotten it yet. As in basically the Top Gun version of Star Wars. That'd be friggin' amazing. We will see if we ever get that movie. But, The Mandalorian and Grogu, definitely a great movie. Definitely a great one-off type of story. You know, there's a beginning, there's a middle, and obviously there's an end for the next journey that they're going to take for Season 4. And I love the fact that Grogu you can tell Grogu in this movie, he grows up a little bit. He really does. Especially on the, inside the Razor Crest. And he gets to learn he gets to actually push the button that he likes to push and whatnot. He actually gets to do something for once. But, I just love the fact that he's very slowly starting to grow. And hopefully maybe one day we'll get to see him, finally speak maybe one of these times. You never know what his first words are going to be, which will be really cool whenever that happens in Season 4. I'm sure there'll be a Season 4 at some point, but, still, what can I say, though? Great movie, lots and lots of fun. Definitely going to get that when it comes out, and might actually go through and do a review of all of my Star Wars stuff that I have, obviously I've done some of the movies, but I'm going to do a redo version of them and stuff like that, and whatnot at some later time, maybe this year. Actually, I might wait and do that for next year. I'll go ahead and do them now, but I won't upload them until next year. I consider the fact that the 50th anniversary of Star Wars will be next year, so that might be what we do. Definitely looking forward to that, and definitely looking forward to some fan edits that are coming out this year as well. Okay, well, folks, what can I say? Definitely, one that was really, really good. I enjoyed that immensely. Cannot wait for Star Wars Starfighter, which is the next film that's supposed to come out with Ryan Gosling. We will see what they do with that movie, as well as whatever other films that we're supposedly getting. But, what can I say? So, yeah. So with that, you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, leave a comment down below. May the Force be with you, and with that, I will see you next time. See ya.